All right, we're coming to you with another great training. Today we're going to be talking about thawing food safely. We're out at one of our high schools, me and Patricia Sartini, and we got some special guests here today. We have Lynette and we have Brian. All right, they're going to be helping us out today when we're talking about thawing. Okay? So when we thaw food, you want to make sure we do it safely, right? When thawing frozen food, parts of our outer surfaces of that food warms up enough to allow dangerous microorganisms to grow. Since it can take more than 4 hours to thaw most foods, it is very important to thaw it properly so that dangerous microorganisms don't have that opportunity to grow. Thawing is primarily used for frozen meats or poultry or even seafood, right? As most vegetables, you can cook those without thawing them. You can cook them from a frozen state. It's very important to follow these guidelines to thaw safely because bacteria can multiply rapidly when left unrefrigerated for more than 2 hours in the so-called temperature danger zone, which is between 41 degrees Fahrenheit and 135 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to demonstrate some of the ways that we thaw in our kitchens. Some are more popular than others, but I'm going to have Lynette and I'm going to have Brian to help demonstrate those for you.
In the refrigerator, this is the most preferred method. This is a climate control environment at 41 degrees or lower. Planned accordingly, it would take about a day or two to thaw our food in the refrigerator. Place food in a sheet pan on the bottom shelf in a food grade container. Place on the lower rack on the bottom of the refrigerator. Make sure to label and date all items. Just know that this is the best way to throw out your meat and poultry in a safe environment. So this is another method that you can use to throw out your product on a portable drinking running water. This method is faster than a refrigerated method, but requires more attention. This method must be in a leak-proof package or plastic bag. The food itself should not touch the water. If the bag leaks, the food can possibly be exposed to bacteria from the air. Also, the meat tissue may absorb water in a watery product. Turn on the water and allow the water to stream over the product in the bag. The product must be completely submerged under the cold water. The water temperature should be a consistent 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, small packages of meat, poultry, and seafoods may thaw in an hour or less. A 3 to 4 pound package of meat may take 2 to 3 hours. If it is thawed completely, you must cook it. Food thawed by this method should be cooked before refreezing it. Although this is another way of thawing your food out, this is the least preferred method that we use. Remove meat item from wrapper. Place in a microwave in a safe microwave container. Follow microwave instructions for cooking the product, but you will have to cook it immediately thawing out from the microwave. We do not use this method. Last but not least, as part of the cooking process, for an example, hamburger patties can be cooked from a frozen stage, as well as frozen vegetables cooked from a frozen stage as well as part of the cooking process. So remember, there are 4 ways to thaw food safely. Refrigerator, the preferred method. Under cool running water at 7 degrees Fahrenheit. the microwave. But the food must be cooked after using this method. This is the least favorite method to use. And a part of the cooking process could be hamburger patties, vegetables cooked from a frozen stage.
So one more thing I want you guys to remember. When thawing food and refreezing foods, the freezer does not kill microorganisms, but it does slow down the growth. Since it can take more than 4 hours to thaw most foods, it's very important to thaw it properly. So all those dangerous microorganisms are not allowed to grow. So, in saying that, let's thaw safely and stop the growth of microorganisms. Bye.